Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today's match is between Hera playing the Mayans in blue and Miguel playing the Vietnamese in red. Now these are two very strong players, as you can tell by their respective elos up top. In fact, Hera recently had a stream on Twitch called The Road to 2800. So as a fellow Canadian, I wish Hera the best of luck in reaching that crazy high elo count. For now, while the players set up their bases, scout, and look for herdables, let's take a look at their respective civilizations. Now, some of you eagle-eye viewers may have noticed that Hera started with one extra villager. That is a perk of the Mayan civilization. You do start with 50 less food on the other hand, but you do get an extra villager to start. You get more bang for your buck with resources. They last, I believe, 10 or 15% longer. And as an archery-based civilization, your archers are somewhat cheaper. I don't think that applies to skirmishers, but archers, crossbows, units like that, they are cheaper. If you manage to get to Castle and Imperial, the Mayans actually have two very good upgrades that are available to you. The first makes your Eagle Warriors much beefier, adds a lot of HP, and the second makes your skirmishers more powerful. It adds a second spear that they throw. Now, it doesn't make them super powerful. I think the second spear doesn't do too much damage, so be very careful if you're relying on it if you're facing off against units with higher pierce armor, for example. Now, the other archer civilization that we're working with today and we're watching today is the Vietnamese. I think, my personal opinion, just a generally well-rounded civilization. The archery units are stronger. You have Imperial skirmishers available to you in the Imperial Age, which are fantastic trash units, and their elephants are stronger, which makes their cavalry line a bit beefier, extra HP on the elephants, and you get conscription for free, which basically means that your units are producing 33% faster. Economically speaking, your upgrades cost no wood, so your upgrades are cheaper, and at the end of the day, you can research a technology or an upgrade that allows your lumberjacks. That's right, these guys, when they chop wood, they also start gathering gold. Now, this is a very interesting technology or upgrade, whatever you want to call it. I recommend if you're just starting out in the game and you're starting to do multiplayer, if you're doing maps like Amazon Tunnel or Michi, or I don't know if it's pronounced Michi or Mishi, the one where there's a giant wall of lumber between your bases and your enemy's bases, or if you're playing even maps like Black Forest, I recommend the Vietnamese, just because at the late game stage, you can generate a small amount of extra gold, which, you know, any amount helps. Anyone who's played this game knows that when you get to late game, if you can add in a bit of quality units to your trash, then you are in a much better position than your opponent. Now, both civilizations, like I said, are archery based, and both their unique units are archers. So the Mayans have the plumed archer, very fast archery unit. The Vietnamese have the rattan archer, which is a archer. I think it's a counter archer, meaning its pierce armor is very high. If you haven't seen it already, the Viper actually released a video today where he focuses on the rattan archers. He plays Vietnamese and produces rattan archers. So check that video out, see how a real pro. Not that Miguel is not a real pro, I'm comparing Viper to myself, and makes him a real pro. See how he handles them, and you'll see that they are quite powerful. They can take on longbows, they can take on much more powerful archery units just by virtue of their higher pierce archer. Overall, because both players are playing archer-based civs, I do expect this game to go archer-heavy. If not in Feudal, then in Castle, definitely. And if it gets to Imperial, hopefully we'll see, eagles or elephants or some kind of cool units to help the archers or to counterbalance the archers. So those are the two civs, and the players for now gathering the wood. Both players doing their best to try to get to Feudal as fast as possible. Both sitting on fairly even supplies. Hera is ahead and going up to Feudal. So he has a little bit of an advantage over Miguel, who is still gathering the necessary food to go up to Feudal. He's a little ways away. That being said, when you play Vietnamese, one of the cool things that you get as a civilization bonus is you know exactly where your opponent is. So you don't need to guess. which means Miguel, as you can see in the fog of war, he knows exactly where Hera is. And look at that scouting. He's already seen the exact dimensions and the exact shape of Hera's base. And in this game, if you've been watching my videos, information is key. Information is everything. So, let's see what he can get done here. Now, usually this doesn't do much. 1 or 2 villagers is enough to shoo a scout away. But, he's actually getting a lot of damage done on this lumberjack. Oh, he does kill it. He kills him, but he gets trapped. So, a Pyrrhic victory for Miguel. Slows down Hera, manages to get him, knock him down a little bit, and now they're both sitting on the exactly the same villager count. Both players are now in feudal. And let's see where this goes. Is he going to produce archers to get rid of the scout cavalry? Will he repair the palisade wall? For now, Miguel is walling off his own base. The map is Arabia, so I'll zoom out so you can get over a bird's eye view. Cavalry Scout and the Eagle Scout are facing off against each other. Let's see who prevails here. No advantage to either player in terms of higher elevation. So the Eagle Scout bites the dust. For now, this scout is still working to kill off this palisade. And yeah, the map is Arabia. The rush distance is, I would say, a medium rush distance. Not too close, not too far. A lot of intervening wood. So it's not exactly a clear line between the two bases. Miguel off to a start with scout cavalry. So he's going cavalry. I said it would be an archer game. He has proven me completely wrong. That being said, Hera is shooing him away with a spearman. This is the problem of starting out with scouting cavalry, is that very few spearmen. Look at that. One and done. Oh, is he going to sandwich him between 2 spearmen? Look at that. 1 hit, and you're already down 18 HP. So 3 hits from a spearman, and your scout is donezo. First archery range is going down, or second archery range is going down for Hera. He's producing archers. These scouts are just being annoying. The archers took care of this scout, so he managed to get a villager, but then bit the bullet himself. Miguel continuing to wall off his base. So is Hera. Both of them taking a very wide, if I can zoom out. Again, apologies to anyone watching on a smartphone. I'm zooming out a lot. They're taking very wide walling of their bases. So neither of them are looking to be constrained very much. Miguel has his own archery range out. Both players sitting at exactly 28 villagers. Hera's military 7-2. And 7-2 with a better military, because now it's 7... Well, for a brief second it was 7-1, but, we're talking about scout cavalry. He's producing skirmishers, so he saw that Hera is going for archers. And when you see archers, obviously your natural inclination is to go for their counter, which is the skirmisher unit. Hera sitting on 7 archers, going up to 9. Miguel sitting at 3 skirmishers, going up to 5. So military advantage goes to Hera. Civilian/villager advantage goes to Miguel, who is now 1 villager ahead. That being said, that won't last long. If you take a look at... Oh, no, Hera was building 3 extra villagers, but now he canceled them so that he could instead spend the food on archery upgrades. Does Hera know where the opponent's base is? He does not. So Hera has no scouting, no vision. He's looking over here. He's thinking that Miguel might be at the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock position. He does not know that Miguel is at the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock position. Rock around the clock over here, but these archers will find him fast enough. But yeah, one of the added bonuses, and finally the last vestige of the scout pressure is done. Like I said, one of the cool benefits of playing Vietnamese is you know exactly where your opponent is at the beginning of the game. That's why you can take a look at his scouting. The entire bottom of this map is all dark. He has no need to scout there because he knows exactly where his opponent is. Hera, on the other hand, had to do a much more holistic, roundabout scouting, first in the south, then in the east, and then he realized he's not there, so he's got to be in the north, northeast. Archers, like I said, I expected an archer-based game. For now, I'm not disappointed. 15 archers for Hera, 8 skirmishers for Miguel, who continues to give a very wide walling off of his base. Very balanced economy for Miguel, 12 on lumber, 18 food, 4 on gold. Hera is putting a bit more units on gold, fewer less on food, and 1 extra on lumber. So he might be looking to go for an archer push, which of course costs lumber and gold, which is why he's not super duper focused on food at the moment. That being said, let's see if either player rushes to castle. 800 food, 200 gold. Let's see who gets there first, if anybody. I saw a couple of spears being thrown at this blacksmith, which takes 20 HP damage, i.e. nothing. Hera continuing to circle with this group of 9 archers, trying to see if he can catch maybe a villager or any reinforcements, or maybe get some vision to see if Miguel is going for this stone. For now, nothing, no pushing out by Miguel, so these archers are just kind of hanging out on their own. Where are Miguel's skirmishers? Here they are. 8 skirmishers, 3 archers. Nothing very scary for Hera. I mean, look at his own archer count. 12 archers. He's going up to castle, as is Miguel. Literally 15 seconds apart. So both players happy to sit back for now, explore the map, get a sense of their opponent, see if they can sneak in 1 or 2 harassment units here or there. But at the same time, both players playing the exact same game, both going up to castle. So I think both of them want to go up to castle, and I think we'll see a lot more aggression then. He's got to be very careful. 9 skirmishers is a lot, but Hera is bringing these 9 archers back, and if with those 9 archers, he's going to go up to 21 archers against 9 skirmishers. So even though skirmishers are the natural, hunter, the predator of the archer, 12 to 9, and now he's throwing in eagles. And take a look at their Pierce Armor is 3. And I'm sure once he hits castle, he'll upgrade them as well. For now, though, Miguel throws caution to the wind and shoves into Hera's base. Let's see if he can get anything done. Does not get a single kill. Okay. He manages to get the 2 spearmen, not super relevant at this stage of the game since there's no cavalry for Miguel. And let's see. Hera reaches castle first. Will he upgrade these to scout warriors? And like I said, there's the infantry upgrade. So he wants to make sure that these eagles are as beefy as possible. These are naturally countering archers with their high pierce armor. Oh, and we've got an engagement here. This is great engagement for Hera. Red's army is completely scattered across this little battlefield. Hera is much more concentrated, able to move, able to fire, and take out one unit with each volley. Always... Wow. Wow, he just reset Miguel's entire army. He just sent him back to the Stone Age. Look at that army count. 23 to 2. And we have a forward siege workshop. So I think Hera knows, based on the score here at the bottom right, that he just clocked Miguel in the chin, and Miguel is unsteady on his feet. Sorry, I'm not a huge boxing aficionado, so apologies for the horrible metaphors, but I think Hera knows that he's sitting at an advantage. Panic Tower goes down just to zone out these units. I don't think they care too much. 4 pierce armor for these eagles. They're not going to care about these that tower. Cavalry archer, interesting choice for Miguel. Not too sure it would have been my choice, but 1 cavalry archer. Maybe it's to distract. For now, he's managing to pull back Hera's entire army. And let's see what Hera can get done here. What kind of pressure? Will it be a ram? Will it be a catapult? For now, he's going up to Eagle Warrior. Always fun to see. Super fast, super powerful unit against archers. And Hera's just circling, looking for an entrance here. Miguel producing his first knight. Going heavy on the cavalry archers. And let's see if he can knock down any of these structures and get... Wait, what? Okay, so a little gap in the defense here, and I think this is GG. I don't know that Miguel can really recover right now. Oh no, that was horrible. That was a fantastic find by Hera, and I think it's only a matter of seconds or less than a minute before Miguel GG's. This tower is not going to scare Hera away. I mean, this is, we're talking about a veteran player. Yeah, there you go. And a catapult here making its way over. An interesting game. I think Miguel made a mistake going into Hera's base. You know, it's a standard play. You want to harass your opponent. You want to slow them down. You want to tax their micro. You want to divert their attention left, right, and center. But then when you do break down their wall, which he did in this part of the map, and then he went in, you have to be very careful. You don't know what you're going to come across. You know, you don't know what army. He could have had 15 eagles there to fight the skirmishers. He didn't. He had crossbows, but Hera's economic macro, his military micro prevails. His larger quantity of archers and crossbows, which he brought back from this part of the map, managed to completely annihilate, and Miguel just did not have a chance to recover. You look at the army supply, 13 to 30. If this gap wasn't here, and quite frankly, I don't blame Miguel at all. I would not look at that. Look at that. This is one of those scenarios where when you're playing the game, please have the checkerboard option set so that if there's something like this, you can see it. I don't know that he would have seen it. Look at how there's literally a millimeter of space between these two structures. Hera noticed it. Miguel made a mistake of showing it to him. And the second Hera saw it and knew that he had reset Miguel's military count to the Stone Age, he just shoved in. And yeah, Miguel was a dead man walking. It was only a matter of time. Maybe without these eagles, he could have held on for a little bit, but fantastic mixing of the eagles by Hera. And overall, a great game by him. And like I said in the beginning of the video, no disrespect to Miguel, also an amazing player. Look at that Elo, 2495. Hera, best of luck. Hope you get to 2800. And if you like the video, everyone, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see everyone in the next one. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.